To my Central American Africans, Costa Rica, I am here. Costa Rica. Here, we're my Honduras Africans, my Belize Africans, my Panamanian Africans, my Salvadorian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Jamaican Africans, my Turks and Caicos, my Bahamas, Bermuda, Barbados, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Carolina Africans, my Texas Africans, my Georgia, my Florida, my Alabama, my Arkansas, my Mississippi Africans, my West Virginia, Maryland, D.C., Baltimore Africans, Tennessee, Kentucky, St. Louis, Omaha Africans, Minneapolis, Chicago, Gary, Indiana, Indianapolis, South Bend Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Seattle, my Portland Africans, my Sioux Falls Africans, my North and South Dakota, my Montana, my Connecticut Africans, my Rhode Island, my Vermont Africans, my Rhode Island Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Philadelphia Africans, my Delaware, my Pittsburgh, my Coatesville, my Harrisburg, my Lancaster Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to all of my Africans around the world. Brothers and sisters, y'all do know what today is, right? Brothers and sisters, I'm coming to you live and direct from the Limon province of Costa Rica, where the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey began his career. I'm in the Limon province of Costa Rica, Central America, where the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey began his career outside of Jamaica. Brothers and sisters, today we celebrate three great African heroes. August the 17th. August the 17th. And y'all know what happens on August the 21st. I'm not even going to go there. Y'all know what happens on August the 21st. I'm not even going to go there. Y'all know what happens on August the 21st. I'm not even going to go there because on August the 21st, we got the Haitian Revolution anniversary. August the 21st, we got the Nat Turner Revolution anniversary. August the 21st, we got the George Jackson Revolution anniversary. August 21st, we got Fannie Lou Hamer showing up in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the Democratic Plantation Party Revolution. August the 21st, we got Emmett Till showing up in Money, Mississippi to become the martyr, the Black Christ of the Civil Rights Movement, the birth of Black Jesus, August the 21st. And of course, I hate to say it, but on August the 21st, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, R.B. Jesus, King Kong Consciousness, Intercontinental Ifa Tunde came to the earth from the ancestral plane. But we're going to save August the 21st for Tuesday. We're going to save August 21st because today is not our day. Today, we celebrate three great African ancestors. I'm going to break them down to you because I want you to understand, overstand, and understand the strength of Black August. I want you to understand, overstand, connection. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand the strength of Black August. On this day, August the 17th, 1795, don't you forget the date, August the 17th, 1795, on the Dutch Caribbean island of Curaçao. Where my Dutch Africans at? Where my Dutch Caribbean Africans at? Where my Dutch European? I want to give a shout out to Aruba. I want to give a shout out to Bonaire. I want to give a shout out to Curaçao. I want to give a shout out to Suriname. I want to give a shout out to my brothers and sisters in Amsterdam. I want to give a shout out to my brothers and sisters in Rotterdam throughout the Dutch Empire, because on this day, 1795, an African revolutionary, an enslaved African revolutionary who most of you never heard about. Most of you never heard about. On August the 17th, 1795, in the Dutch Caribbean island of Curaçao, at the height of the slave trade, an African warrior leader by the name of Tula, T-U-L-A, do your research, T-U-L-A, T for togetherness, U for unity, L for liberation, and A for Africanism. T-U-L-A led a slave revolt. He organized hundreds, some say possibly thousands of our enslaved African brethren on the Dutch Caribbean island of Curacao into a slave revolt. They resisted the Dutch. They rose up so strong that they brought fear and intimidation and panic to the Dutch Empire. Ultimately, General Tula was captured. He was betrayed by some Africans in Curacao. He was betrayed by some Africans. They turned him in, brothers and sisters. It is so sad. General Tula of the African slave revolution of Curacao was captured by his own brothers and sisters. He was captured by his own brothers and sisters. He was snitched. Just like Gabriel Prosser, the Virginia Revolution of 1800, snitched out. Denmark Vesey, the Charleston, South Carolina Revolution of 1822, he was snitched out, brothers and sisters. We had Africans back then. We had Negropeans back then, brothers and sisters. Tula was snitched out, betrayed, and captured. And his main generals, General Carpata, Lieutenant Carpata, was also captured by his own African people. They broke Tula's bones. The punishment for Tula leading the most scariest slave insurrection in Dutch Caribbean history, the punishment ordered by the court upon his conviction. The punishment ordered by the court upon his conviction was to break every bone in his body while he was still alive. Are y'all listening to me, Caribbean Africans? Are y'all listening to me, my American Africans, my Canadian Africans? Are y'all listening to me, my European Africans, Africans of Asia, Australia? Are y'all listening to me, my Central and South American Africans? The punishment for General Tula, who led the August 17, 1795 slave insurrection, the court ordered every bone in his body was to be broken while he was still alive. I want y'all to understand this, because this is who y'all want to marry. This is who y'all want to marry. This is who y'all want to have children with. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen. Broke every bone in his body. After the bones in his body was broken, the courts then ordered his face was to be burned. His face was to be completely burned to the point of non-recognition. Are y'all listening to me, brothers and sisters? I'm giving you the historical record. I'm giving you the historical record. They burned his face beyond recognition until it was pitch black and non-recognizable. This was symbolic of erasing his memory from history. This was symbolic of erasing his memory from history. So after they broke all the bones in General Tula's body, after they burned his face, they cut his head off, brothers and sisters. Y'all not listening to me. Just like they did to the prophet Nat Turner. They cut his head off, brothers and sisters. And they took his head and they stuck it on a pole. And they also took the heads of his lieutenants, including General Carpata. And they put his head on pikes. All the revolutionaries of General Tula's army, they cut their heads off. The Dutch did it. That's who did it. The Dutch government did it. That's who did it. And they put their heads on pikes, brothers and sisters. They put their heads on pikes to intimidate and scare all the other Curacao Africans, all the other Aruba Africans, all the other Surinamese Africans, the Bonaire Africans. They scared them into never rebelling again. Do your research on General Tula of the African slave insurrection of the island of Curacao in the Dutch Caribbean. See, Curacao was one of the main, import and deport locations for enslaved Africans. It was one of the main transit points. If you wanted to buy slaves, you went to Curacao. Curacao was one of the main slave deportation sites. I don't know if my Dutch Caribbean Africans know this. Curacao was notorious. Curacao was notorious. They couldn't use Curacao to grow many crops because Curacao wasn't really good for the crops. So they used it as a slave market. That's right. Like Walmart, Curacao was the Walmart of the Caribbean islands during the 500-year enslavement of African people. I said the Dutch Caribbean island of Curacao. Shout out to all my Curacao Africans, my Aruba Africans, my Bonaire Africans. Curacao was the Walmart of the slave trade, brothers and sisters. If you wanted light-skinned Africans, brown-skinned Africans, black-skinned Africans. If you wanted muscular Africans, tall Africans, short Africans. If you wanted beautiful African women that you could rape and impregnate and force to have your babies on your slave farms, you took a boat to Curacao, and that was the great slave market of the Caribbean. But 49 years later after Tula. And for my Costa Rican and Central American Africans, we are celebrating Marcus Garvey today at 4 o'clock at the Marcus Garvey Liberty Hall in Puerto Viejo de Talamanca, Costa Rica, Central America. I want to see all my Central American Africans today at 4 p.m. at the Liberty Hall. We going all the way to 7 or 8 o'clock. Get there when you get there, but you must get there. Honduras, no excuses. Hit the road to take a small flight. Salvadorian Africans, no excuses. Hit the road to take a small flight. Panama, you only 45 minutes away. Get on over here, Panama. We not Belize, where you at? My Belizean Africans were so Isaiah Morter gave land to the most honorable Marcus Garvey, and that land is still put in possession of the Garveyites today. I want to see Central America today. And I'm coming back for a Central American Pan-African conference, and I'm bringing 24 of my American African brothers and sisters with me. Do I have any American African Pan-Africanists who want to come with Dr. Umar back to Costa Rica for the Central American African Pan-African conference, brothers and sisters? I need serious American Africans. Virginia Africans, Carolina Africans, California Africans, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York, Delaware Africans, Alabama, Texas, Minnesota, Arizona. I need some serious American Africans to come help me organize the Central American Pan-African movement. We not playing no more. The ancestors have given me my orders. We're going to organize the diaspora and step to the motherland, Africa, with an offer they can't refuse. I said we're going to organize from Canada to Connecticut. We're going to organize from Connecticut to Costa Rica. We're going to organize from Costa Rica to California, to the Comoros. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. We're going to organize the diaspora, and then we're going to step to Africa. Oh, yes. If you want to be a pretendian, go be a pretendian. That's your business. You want to be biracial, go be biracial and mixed race. That's your business. But for the Africans, brothers and sisters, where my Eswatini Africans at? Where my Eswatini Africans at? We're going to organize. I just got invited to return to South Africa. Where my Republic of South Africa at? South Africans at? Huh? Where are my South Africa, Johannesburg Africans? Khayelitsha Africans, Soweto Africans, Pretoria Africans, Durban Africans. I'm coming back the first week of December. It's official. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is coming back to South Africa. Event details are coming. I want to see all my South Africans. I ain't seen y'all in what, 2 years it's been? It's been a fast 2 years, South Africa. But let me get back to today's lesson. 49 years after Tula led the most revolutionary slave insurrection in the Dutch Caribbean, a prince was born in Ethiopia. A prince was born in Ethiopia, a descendant of Queen Makeda and King Solomon of the Holy Bible. I said a prince was born in the mountains of Ethiopia, a royal prince. His name would be Menelik II. That's right, the great Ethiopian monarch, Emperor Menelik II, was born on August the 17th, 1844. Where my Ethiopian Africans at? Where my Ethiopian Africans at? Emperor Menelik II was born on August the 17th of 1844, 49 years after the Tula Revolt in Curacao. We are one people, brothers and sisters. Emperor Menelik II will keep Ethiopia independent from the thirsty hands of the European invaders and colonizers. And on March the 1st, on Sunday, March the 1st, 1896, Emperor Menelik II of Ethiopia would lead the Ethiopian forces into battle against the Italians in one of the greatest African victories of all time. It was the Battle of Adwa. Do your research on the Battle of Adwa, ADWA. In fact, go to Sankofa bookstores in Washington, D.C. on the campus of Howard University. I said go to Sankofa bookstore on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. to Haile Jerima's Sankofa bookstore, because our black brother Haile Jerima, the great elder, great film producer, he made a whole movie on the Battle of Adwa. So I want you to go to Sankofa Books and order the movie, the motion picture, so you can watch it. The Battle of Adwa at Sankofa Bookstore at HBCU Howard University's campus. And I want you to order the Battle of Adwa and watch how that black king, that black warrior king, the real Prince T'Challa, the real Black Panther, the real Black Panther, Emperor Menelik II, defeated the Italians. He whipped their ass up the block. He whipped their ass down the block. He whipped their ass across the block. And when the whole world told Emperor Menelik to stand down, that black lion, that black Leo, that great Pan-Africanist, when the whole world told Emperor Menelik to stand down, you cannot beat the Italians, Emperor Menelik said, you can't.